Welcome back to another episode of Highly Unapologetic, the podcast.
Ooh-wee.
We're going to start hashtagging that.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I need you to text me the correct spelling of that, but we gotta start doing that. Because I feel like my only hashtag is square up.
True.
You know, that's all I ever put on anything. So we need to start marketing ourselves better.
Yeah, we need more catchphrases.
On the interwebs and the social medias.
There it is.
So, square up, ooh-wee, and just along the way we'll
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll go for some more. But anyways, man, what's going on? We got New Year's coming up in a couple of days. Christmas was a couple of days ago. Yeah. How'd Christmas go?
It was pretty good, man. I had JD for Christmas Eve for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so she opened up her presents. Well, some she didn't get to open all of them. But I had bought her that house thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
And it took forever to put together because, like I said, they had to build it. But she loved it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet.
And she has not stopped playing with it?
Yeah, for sure. As soon as I put the last part was the stairs that you put on the side. She's like, I have to test them out, Dad. I just have to test them out. One stair at a time.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was sweet.
So, okay. Cool. So I saw your snaps, and I guess it was at your dad's house.
Right.
I did a little white elephant.
Yeah.
And, you know, a couple of episodes, we did this episode about my spirit animal, King. And while nobody can replace King ever, that little kid that you were doing white elephant with
Jackson
was cracking me up.
Yeah, man.
And the first thing that made me laugh the most was rookie mistake.
Oh yeah, he went for
the biggest white elephant, and it was a blanket.
Yeah.
And he was visibly upset about it.
Yeah, he was hurt, man.
He was not good. And I'm doing this at work. I'm watching this at work, so I've got kids coming around and whatever. So I wasn't really able to pay attention, but I kept seeing him being able to pick.
Yeah.
What was going on?
Oh, so the first time when he chose for my stepmom.
Oh, okay. The blanket was for your stepmom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then.
So why was he mad then? If it wasn't for him?
Because he gets, I don't know, he gets to open it. He's a loser. And then the second time, he opened the present up for my dad. So he opened up one for my stepmom, one for my dad, and then somebody stole my dad's gift. No, I stole my stepmom's gift because she had initially opened like lotto tickets for me.
Yeah, I saw the lotto tickets.
So I stole those, so he got to open another gift. So he ended up opening like 3 gifts.
Okay, but all for different people, not one for himself.
Well, he kept the last one. It was actually pretty sweet. It was like a Oreo cup setup to where you like have a cup and then on like connected to the cup is like a Oreo holder. So you hold your Oreos in there and then it has little tongs so you can dip your Oreos in the milk without getting dirty.
So I hope Jackson learned a lesson.
Yeah, don't go for the big one, dog.
He actually made out like a.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love Oreos.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
Oreos are my favorite.
Yeah, hands down.
Hands down. Like there's no other cookie that you.
I mean, from the out the package. No.
Yeah.
Maybe like vanilla wafers.
Okay, I'm with that too. But Oreos.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to eat them like cereal.
Oh man.
I would get a big cup of milk, and I would dump like 8 Oreos down in there, and then I'd have to get the long. Teaspoon, like the long teaspoon, so I could dig them from the bottom because that cookie part actually gets real soft and then just sinks to the bottom. But you get a mouthful of that cookie and a mouthful of that cream.
Oh yeah,
milk.
That's money, dude.
And the thing about it is the milk has to be like ice cold.
Yeah,
it can't be like just semi cold. It has to be
it's got to be really cold.
Yeah, my dad used to put ice in his milk.
Oh yeah,
and I never understood why. That's gross. But he would get it to a point where it was ice cold, and then scoop the ice out, and then go to town.
Yeah, man.
So, and then it was later I learned that skim milk is just watered down milk. So
yeah, they put water in it.
I mean, he was just He was just doing it himself.
Yeah.
So whatever. But yeah, that was awesome. Like, and your dad bought all the.
Yeah. Nobody knew like any of the gifts or anything. But those are just like, so every year at my dad's house, he'll have like a little contest or like competition. So that's what it was this year.
Okay.
But it's usually always like that part of is always like just like lame gag gifts.
Yeah.
Like,
so one time we were at my dad's part of the family. And my immediate family, my brothers, sisters, my mom especially, we're not the biggest fans of that side of the family, of my dad's side. They're nothing like my dad. My dad was a great human being. The family members on his side of the family, they were questionable human beings, and that's being nice about it. And so we are at my great aunt's house, my dad's aunt, and it was, and we were up there. I want to say we were up there because it was going to be the last Christmas we were going to be able to spend with my great grandmother, my dad's grandma, who raised my dad, because she was dying, and it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that she wasn't going to make. Yeah, it's coming soon. And we knew this by when we were growing up, my grandma had this shake. In her head like this. Well, she had a couple of strokes, and the shake went away.
Oh.
And so we were kind of like,
something ain't right.
That's weird. Yeah, nothing. So, anyways, we did White Elephant.
Right.
And so my mom thought it would be hilarious. Instead of going to buy gifts, like little $5, $10 gifts, whatever. And mind you, we had 4 people that were going to play, so she had to do 4 gifts.
Right.
I think she packaged up one of my little league trophies. She packaged up the worst screwdriver she could find out of my dad's toolbox.
Yeah, it's all beat up.
Yeah. And she, while we're playing, it's me and my siblings, kids, playing with other adults. My mother is not playing.
Right.
But she's sitting in the corner as a spectator, watching people pick her gifts.
Cracking up,
laughing at the corner, knowing that she got her.
Right.
So that led to me thinking that's number one, hilarious.
Yeah.
And it made me realize the true nature of white elephants is like hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not something to be taken serious.
Yeah.
So that led to, Adam, anytime there's a white elephant, no, I do not want to play.
Yeah.
I want to ref.
I want to be the ref.
I want to be the one to make the rules. I want to be the ref. And so from then on, I hardly played. There was one time I played, and I came out with a like a garden sculpture kind of thing, but it was a pig. And I literally got into like a fight, an argument with an old lady at church. I'm probably 19, 20 years old, and this pig is the greatest thing. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And she stole it.
Oh no.
And she stole it from me.
Right.
And the rule was you could only steal 2 times. Mm-hmm. So she stole it. I had to pick again. I could not re-steal it.
Right.
Of course, that's the rule. So I picked again. I got a good gift, and I knew it was getting stolen. As soon as it got stolen,
still back,
I swiped the pig back. I swiped the swine back.
Nice.
And it led to a heated argument about white elephant rules. And so that's why it's necessary to have white elephant refs.
Oh yeah, they need a ref.
But it's funny. White elephant cracks me up, dude. White elephant is so funny, and that little kid, Jackson, was cracking me up. So I'll propose this: when we have Jacob and King on, bring Jackson with you.
Oh yeah,
and we'll watch Jackson and King go at it.
Yeah,
just kind of make us laugh the whole time.
Yeah,
we probably don't even have to say anything that episode. Just let them go.
Just a little town.
Yeah, it'd be funny. But I'm proud. I'm happy that you're an Oreo man.
Oh yeah, dude.
That makes me happy.
So do you remember? Because you said you used to eat them like cereal.
Yes.
Do you remember the Oreo O's?
I do remember the Oreos, but I never had them.
Those were money, dude.
But Cookie Crisp is one of my favorites.
Right.
I just like cookies in general. I would prefer them from the bakery, but in a pinch, a Chips Ahoy does.
Yeah.
But I don't like the Chips Ahoy chewy.
No?
They're just
They got a different taste.
Yeah, I feel like the scientific molecular breakdown, if I'm saying this right, is there's something wrong.
It's missing a molecule.
Yeah, it's got an extra chromosome, so you know what that means.
Yeah.
Should we be politically correct and not say retard on the? There you go.
Yep, too late.
Too late. So the chewy ones got an extra chromosome, so they're retarded. Anyways,
how do you feel about the golden Oreos?
I love them.
Those are money too, man.
So one of my favorite things at work is handing kids snacks. Mm-hmm. The placement buys them a 3 o'clock snack and a 8 o'clock snack right before they go to bed. Okay. Sometimes these snacks are trash.
Yeah, like animal crackers.
Animal crackers, applesauce, the peanut butter crackers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other times, Fruit Roll-Ups, Oreos.
The good stuff.
Powdered donuts. Yeah. And so this week they bought the big box of Oreos, the regular Oreos and the white Oreos.
Nice.
And so I, being the mean staff that I am, gave them all the dark Oreos, the originals,
right?
And I kept all the whiteys for me.
There you go.
So yeah, that was good.
That's money.
And my boss, I got a boss. His name is Mr. G, and he likes powdered donuts and gets mad. Like legit upset when the grocery order comes, everything's put away, and he walks into the pantry and cannot find any powdered donuts. Like gets big mad.
Throws a fit.
And so Mr. G does not like me leaving the facility. He doesn't like any of the leads or management leaving the facility ever, because if something pops off, he knows we're going to make better decisions than, direct care staff.
Right.
And so if I go anywhere, I got to run to Sonic. I need a tea, whatever. He's going to let me go, but he's going to be mad about it. Whatever. Go get your tea. Come right back, whatever. So to soften the blow, there's a Pilot right next to my Sonic.
Yeah.
Get him the big bag of Miss Baird's,
Donuts.
Yeah, donuts. Bring them back. Lighten the blow of him being mad at me leaving.
What you got to do?
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice your pocketbook.
Just a little couple dollars here and there.
$4 or $5 to make your boss happy, just so you can get that tea without getting
in trouble.
Yeah.
Griped on.
Yeah. But Mr. G, he's a real one. So, anyways, yeah. So, Cowboys.
Oh, man.
How'd they do last week, man?
Well, imagine if you had all your hopes and dreams, right? Just piled up into this, nice, shiny, beautiful, well taken care of ceramic basket. And then, kitten.
A kitten. I hate cats.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. A kitten just comes over here and is like, and you're like, don't you do it.
Yeah, cats love that. And, well, is it going to be a sudden or is it a...
It was a slow.
It was
a couple scoots. It was a couple scoots and then...
couple scoots of the ceramic.
Yeah.
The ceramic basket.
And then that last drive.
Yeah. They said, to...
Yeah, they said we don't like playing in the playoffs or any of that good stuff.
So here's my... Did they really do that just to get rid of Garrett?
I think they just aren't very good.
I think
Dak's not very good.
But I know that. Yeah, you are not on the Dak bandwagon, and that's fair because at least you're keeping it consistent. They wasted a lot of good talent.
Oh, man.
Since, who was y'all's last coach?
Before Garrett?
Well, even before Garrett.
We had Wade Phillips.
Okay. So I feel like if you had anybody other than the clowns that they had in there, Romo would have won a Super Bowl. Dez would have been better. And he's just wasting Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep.
Elliott, I don't like the guy. I don't like Ezekiel Elliott at all. But I also take into account off the field actions and behaviors. So that's one reason I don't like him. But he's good, but he's trash this year.
Yeah, he hasn't really done much.
Because his coach sucks.
Yep.
Dez should have been a top 5 receiver in the league.
Oh, man.
All the years that he played.
Forever.
But he was overrated.
Right.
Based on what he did at Oklahoma State. But I don't know, man. I was happy about it.
Well, yeah, I would assume you.
But here's also the thing: the Eagles can still blow it tomorrow.
That's highly possible.
They got to play the Giants.
Division game. You never know.
They've beaten. I think they've beaten the Giants the last 10 times they played.
Yeah.
It's quite a streak to keep going.
Right.
And now the pressure of playing the Giants with a 10-game win streak and the playoffs on the line, because y'all aren't going to lose to the Redskins.
I would hope not.
It's not. It's just not going to happen. Dwayne Haskins is trash.
Yeah, he is.
So it really comes down to who's going to be less trash tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dak or Dwayne. And I'm hoping Dwayne is less trash. But I feel like Dak's going to tear them up tomorrow.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know what time they play.
So I don't. I think both Eagles and Cowboys play at around the same time, like 3 or something.
Yeah.
But I was on the Facebooks.
On the Facebooks, the Book of Faces.
Yeah. And there was an article about how bad Dak sucked against the Eagles last week.
Yeah.
And it was like, it had pointed out like at least 10 times he had wide open receivers.
Right.
And he didn't even look at them or throw it, like even try.
There were also a couple of times he had wide open receivers and he just could not hit them.
Yeah, overthrows.
The one to, who was it, Austin?
Tavon Austin, yeah.
That was super high. He found the weak spot in that zone.
Oh, that was that high one when you went. Yep. That was Amari Cooper.
That was Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was and that was what I was impressed with. They shut Cooper down. Cooper, since coming to the Cowboys, has owned the Eagles.
Yeah.
Killed them. Killed Sidney Jones. Killed Jalen Mills. Killed Ronald Darby. Just killed them all. And I think he had 2 catches last week. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a fan of Sidney Jones. In fact, I hate him.
Oh yeah.
I despise Sidney Jones like you despise Dak.
Ooh.
I do not like him. I wish he just wasn't anywhere near the field. But I read an article the other day that he has been the Eagles over the last 5 games, the Eagles' best defender. Most pass breakups, most defenses, whatever.
Well, it's kind of the same thing with Dak. Like he's like number 2 in the league right now with passing yards.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's good.
So is he better than Wentz? Because Wentz has had a up and down year this year.
Has.
But he also has the receivers with. I think he's got the worst receiving core in the. League.
Against us, y'all had like, out of all 3 receivers, only 2 catches. In like NFL catches,
and right
before the game,
and those receivers that played against y'all last week, I would prefer them right now over Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, and I'm not going to say Deshaun Jackson because I've always been a Jackson fan, but he's just fragile. He hurt.
Yeah.
He stays hurt.
He does.
He's
tiny,
like a China doll. You know those little porcelain China dolls. If you tap them once, now you got a hole in the China doll's face. That's what he is. But I love him. But I would prefer these no-name receivers because, man, what are they? They're playing for their lives.
Yeah.
Their jobs. So I like them.
That is true.
Hopefully they blow up tomorrow. And they're talking about Jackson coming back in the 2nd round.
Oh, yeah.
Let's win tomorrow.
Let's win tomorrow first.
And
then
maybe the first round.
Because whoever makes it out of the NFC East, say y'all make it, y'all don't blow it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have to play either
Minnesota
or
New Orleans.
Well, actually,
or Seattle.
So if Seattle wins tomorrow, then y'all would play San Francisco.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
And then if San Francisco wins,
the news just keeps getting better. Yeah. Cool. Let's go, guys.
So it's like it's gonna be a tough out either way.
But it would be hilarious to me that with all the trash that everyone's been talking about Philadelphia and Dallas over the past few weeks, If
whoever makes it past the first round.
Not even the first round, but just makes all kinds of noise in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
So it makes it to the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
that would be wild.
That would be great.
And I'll put it out there right now. I'm a known Cowboy hater.
Right.
I cannot stand the Cowboys. I will hardly ever cheer for the Cowboys. Like, you have to be. I don't even know what for me to cheer for the Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
But if the Cowboys end up representing the NFC East in the playoffs and they win the first round of the playoffs, I will cheer for them in the second round. Yeah, just because all of these clowns who have been dogging Philly and Dallas the past couple of weeks
with all the memes.
Yeah,
I'll be about that action too.
Yeah,
if y'all make it to the playoffs,
all about it, dude. I'm gonna be the NFC East cheerleader, dude.
Yeah, dog.
So, and speaking of that, one of my favorite things is SEC fans or fans of teams in the SEC are all about conference. I don't even know what the word is, but they'll cheer for their conference before they'll cheer for anybody else. And so last night, A&M beat Oklahoma State.
Right.
And in the middle of the game, they're chanting SEC. Okay. Now, over the past, I think it's silly, but I do it. I cheer for the SEC teams over everybody else too, even the Texas schools, because I'm an A&M. I'm an A&M guy, so you can't cheer for any other Texas school because they're all Big 12s. So my favorite thing is to get on Twitter and to see all the OU and UT and Texas Tech and Baylor people bashing A&M for riding the coattail of the good SEC teams, which is true. It's Alabama, Georgia, or LSU. Yeah. And so we're, conference loyalty, SEC, whatever. But I found out something yesterday on Twitter that I liked, that Big 12 fans are the biggest ones dogging A&M for cheering for SEC teams. And there's a Twitter page. It's now one of my favorites called Blinken Riley.
Oh, nice.
Okay. It's a play on OU coach Lincoln Riley. And the guy who runs this parody account is pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's all about the Big 12. But these clowns, these Big 12 clowns who dog A&M for being SEC loyal, all of a sudden are friends with the OU fans. The OU fans are friends with Texas fans. Texas fans are friendly with OU fans while they're dogging A&M. So they are closet Big 12 loyalists.
Yeah.
So it's my favorite thing now. So I go to Twitter and check out Blinken Riley every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
And sometimes I get mad when they're dogging A&M, but to me it's funny.
Yeah.
It only hurts my feelings when it's my brother and his podcast co-host. But not even then, because we can get on here and make fun of them too.
Yeah, we can fire back.
So you told me something about cats.
Oh yeah. I did mention cats earlier too.
And the cats reminded me. You're telling me about this show. Tell me about this show, man.
Yeah. So
I need to check it out.
Yeah, you do. It's pretty crazy, man. So there's this. It's like a 3-part documentary on Netflix. It's called "Don't F with Cats."
Right.
And so apparently, some years ago, this dude started posting videos of him like murdering baby kittens.
Not even full-grown cats.
Like kittens.
So when you told me about this off the mics, you left that part out.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
So he had these 2 baby kittens, and he put them in a vacuum seal bag. And then he took the vacuum to the bag and he just
sucked all the oxygen out.
Sucks all the oxygen out until these kittens are dead.
Wow.
And then he posts it on YouTube. And so it all starts with him posting this video on YouTube, and these people are like going
nuts about it.
Because like that's pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty messed up for sure. And so they're going nuts, and these people are trying to figure out who this kid is, and like,
oh, as a kid,
yeah, you can kind of see it. He's like in the video, he looks like a maybe late teens, early 20s.
Okay,
but you can't really see him. You can just see like a side profile for like a sec.
Yeah.
And then so they're like looking into it, trying to figure out who this dude is. And then some time later, he posts another video, and he drowns like another kitten. He drowns one in the bathtub. Just
holds it down.
Just holds it down until
Kitten.
it drowns. Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to fight back.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. So then he posts that on there. So then now they're even more like mad, and they have all these like group pages like doing research and trying to find this guy and all this stuff, right? Well, it turns out into this other big thing. They're kind of getting an idea of who he is, but they don't know where he's from, whatever. And then so he starts making like not threats, but I guess he's gonna be like, oh, well, y'all are looking for me, like, well, look at my next video when I kill a human.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this dude went from one end of the spectrum all the way, he went from left to right.
Oh, hey. And I didn't even tell you the deets.
Dude, 0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead. I want the deets now.
So he gets this dude, and he records him in his video, same setup or whatever, and he starts stabbing this guy.
Knife.
Okay,
cool.
Goes to town, right? Stabs him up, murders him. Posts the video
of him killing, like the actual
of the murder.
Wow.
Which is wild because I don't remember it. It was a couple of years ago though, so like probably like 10 years ago.
This is a true story.
True story.
I don't remember anything about this.
Yeah. Well, the guy was from Canada. But still, we definitely would have heard something, right?
Weirdos.
Yeah, those Canadians over there.
Yeah, Canadians are weird.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, so it gets crazier. So he kills this guy, records it, puts it online, and then they find a body, sort of. So what they end up doing is he put the guy's torso, just his torso, so no head, arms, or legs, in a suitcase, and like throws it out for the garbage. So somebody sees the suitcase. They figure out there's a body in there. Right? Well, then the dude sends one of the guy's feet to like some politician in Canada.
A Canadian politician?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he sends the hand to the opposing politician in Canada.
Is there a reason behind that?
I don't think there was, but he just did it. But he sent it out. So, and then in the video, you can see them like, they don't show it, but they say he's like messing with the dude's head, like just his head, like in the tub, like spinning it around and stuff.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that is wild. How did we not hear anything about this?
I have no idea. He just got like persecuted or prosecuted or whatever it's called, like in 2014.
So he's been waiting trial for...
Yeah. Like,
so you say it was 10 years ago. So you're talking like 2009, 2010. Yeah. So he awaited trial for like 4 or 5 years?
Well, it took him a while to find him. Like it took him a couple of years to figure out who he was, where he was. Once they actually found out who he was, they couldn't find him because he already had fled. Wow. And they found him in Russia, I think, or something like that.
In Russia?
Yeah.
That's why. Wow. Dude, that's wild. Mm-hmm. I've always thought it was interesting, like the human brain.
Yeah.
But I never found it interesting enough to like do any kind of schooling.
Yeah.
In regards to the human brain. But man, studying like psychosis and like a psychotic brain would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like
if you could jump into the mind of anybody, and just why I'm doing this, that'd be. We might have to revisit the superpower episode again, because that stories like this. Why would you kill a cat?
Yeah, and
then jump straight to a human. Mm-hmm. Like, well, I don't.
It's pretty wild.
The thought process.
Yeah,
and I always say this because I've got kids at work who, their brains are wild, and when I watch them do stuff or I hear about them doing stuff, it always, I always look at my boy Jason or Joey or whatever. And I'm like, dude, what is the thought process in, and then the action of what just happened? For instance, I had a kid who skipped school and went to a church across the street from the school. Actually, there were a few kids. Mm-hmm. And this kid decided, and this is a functioning church building.
Right.
So it has plumbing.
Yeah.
Indoor plumbing. And he takes a dump on the church floor in like one of the hallways or classrooms or whatever.
Right.
Just
like, why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah.
This is your school skipping hideout.
Yeah. You're going to dump on the floor.
And you're going to dump on the floor and stink the whole place up? Y'all go here every day.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to a place that has fresh turd on the floor.
Yeah.
The whole place smells. Why? I don't understand. There has never been one time in my entire life, from a child now to 37, almost 38 years old, that I have ever gone, man.
You know what this floor needs?
Exactly. This floor needs a heaping pile of Adam dump on it. Like, what goes through somebody's mind? I don't know, man.
That's pretty wild.
The mind of a killer, dude. I would just, it would be interesting just to crawl up there and see what's going on.
I think the thing about it was they were saying he had wanted to be like a model or like an actor or something, right? Well, he wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
And that wasn't working for him.
Oh.
So.
Got him.
So. It turns out the way he killed this dude was pretty much the way the chick in Basic Instinct. Have you seen that movie?
The one, is that the one where she crosses her leg? All weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
So how she killed that guy in the movie on the bed tied up is how he killed that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And it was basically his whole like murder spree was an homage to that movie.
Oh, that's cool. That's wild.
Yeah.
So I'm a sucker for uniqueness. Mm-hmm. I don't think I could ever be a copycat murderer. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If my brain got so far away from me
to where you were going to murder,
to where I was going to take lives, I'm going to be unique about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up with my own ways. Uh-huh. I want to go out with a cool name.
Oh yeah, you need a cool serial killer name.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper is a good one.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But man, if I'm going so far away from my mind, from my body,
and at a certain point, you got to a lot of those serial killers or whatever, they were pretty smart people.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of them look normal. Mm-hmm. You look at them, they're like, man, that just looks like an everyday Joe. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't look crazy.
No.
Charles Manson did.
Yeah.
Who was the one that was Ted Bundy? Mm-hmm. Ted Bundy looked like a normal, just a normal dude hitting on women.
The ladies loved him.
Yeah, the ladies loved him. And my mom, I believe it was my mother. I think that all started up in the Pacific Northwest, and it worked its way down.
Okay.
My mother, at the time that all of this was happening, was living in Oklahoma City. And they were legit scared that he was going to make his way into Oklahoma and,
start running through the town.
Running through the girls there. And I was like, Mom, that was happening way out there. She goes, no, you got to look at his. And he was working his way down to, I think he made it to Florida, all the way down to Florida before anything started happening, like getting caught and, whatever. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I think, man, have I ever been like fearful of my life ever being taken? Seeing things happen in the world and wonder like, man, is it going to make its way to San Antonio, Texas? The only time I really was super fearful of something bad happening to me was 9/11. Because apparently San Antonio was very, very, very high up on the list.
I remember that.
Dallas was on the list because Dallas has a Federal Reserve building there, so they were going for that. Plus all the Army and Air Force bases here,
right?
And that's really the only time I was like, man,
it might go down.
I don't want to go nowhere today.
Yeah,
And I remember where I was when I was on 9/11.
Yeah, for sure.
Funny story. I was at SAC.
Okay.
I was in a history class, about to take a test, and my history teacher, he was an interesting dude. He wrote the textbook that he used.
Oh man, that's not fair.
Not at all. No. He would walk in the classroom and he would lock the door. If you're late, you're late. Sorry for you.
Yeah.
You better get the notes from somebody else. But before that door even closed, he was teaching. Closing the door, teaching, walking up. So we're sitting there, and we're about to take a test, and an administrator comes in to tell us about 9/11.
Right.
And he got mad that administrator interrupted his class, opened the door, with the key that they obviously had, and says, everybody go home. This is what just happened. Get in your cars, hop on the bus, get on your bike, do whatever you got to do. Go home and stay safe. Dude, this history teacher goes, they can go home after the test. And we're all sitting, everybody loaded their backpack up and started running out, and they're arguing about it. Like, they got a test to take. They can take it when they come back on Thursday.
Yeah.
This is a Tuesday. You'll see them again in 2 days, maybe, if we open the school up. But they're going home. There's a terrorist attack happening as we speak.
Right.
And San Antonio's on the list. Like, they can go home. No, they got to take it. They were arguing, dude, and all the
That's
kids.
wild.
Everybody's just running out of the building, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, free day. Because I'm 19 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know what what it means, for the United States as a country. So I probably like 90% of all the other students are like, no more class today.
Home.
Let's go home. And so, man, that was a wild time. But that's the only time I've ever watched current events like that happen and think, man, that really could get home.
Yeah, that was pretty wild for sure.
I was living in Floresville. Floresville? Yeah, Floresville when the Sutherland Springs massacre happened at the church. Like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
So that one was super close to home. I go, to work. I worked in Stockdale at the time, so you would come to the main road and you could go this way 10 minutes to Sutherland Springs, or you could go this way 10 minutes to Stockdale.
Dang.
So, it was super close to home. So, man.
That's wild.
People are wild, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And that makes me, like, not want to trust people.
Yeah.
Really. I keep my circle small as it is, because you never know who you're letting in.
Right.
I bet Daniel's got some psycho thoughts in his.
He probably does, that weirdo.
Yeah, he is a weirdo.
I probably shouldn't have beat him in Madden so bad.
You're dead. Hey, wait a minute. You hear that?
I don't.
I don't either.
Whoa.
Molly's not over there snoring.
She's not snoring up a storm.
Hey, she texted me when I dropped the episode when she was snoring. She goes, "Y'all are such jerks." And I was like, "You were on the couch when we said everything. Like, what is going on?" She goes, "I was asleep. I did not hear it." And
you were still there.
Yeah, you were there. You should have heard it. She goes, "No, y'all are jerks." So she texted me earlier today. She's in Israel right now.
Right.
And she's like, "Man, I wish I was there snoring on your couch."
Oh.
When Jazz comes over. I was like, "Yep, I've already planned on calling you out for it today."
Yeah.
So, she's like,
shout out.
Can't wait. Yeah, shout out Molly. Love it when you snore on the couch while I'm recording a podcast. So welcome anytime.
For sure.
But, man, what else we got going? You got any plans for New Year's?
New Year's, my mom had texted me about she wanted to do something at the house. So I'll have Jaylee, so we'll probably pop some fireworks and stuff. And
are y'all are out of city limits?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's a bajillion fireworks stands by my house. Yeah, so it wouldn't be a problem. Jaylee loves popping them too.
Yeah,
the little ones at least. And
okay,
she likes all the lights and stuff.
That's cool. I got to work on the 1st.
Oh, man.
I go back on the 1st. So I can go do a New Year's Eve party if I would like.
Yeah.
I would not like.
It wouldn't be fun the next day.
No, it would actually be trash because the kids will still be home. This week, I went to work on Christmas Eve, got off this morning, and it was quite possibly the longest shift.
Yeah.
In the 2.5 years that I have been there, it has been the longest 4 days of my life because the kids were home.
Right.
It was Christmas, and Christmas scared me with those kids.
Yeah.
Molly is in Israel, so she's not on my phone all day long like she is when she's here. Riley doesn't know how to text
how to conversate.
Yeah, through text.
Yeah.
So everything is always one word, and then it's over with. I try to have conversations with him over text, like I have conversations with y'all on the podcast. I'm trying to, alley-oop the conversation, alley, and then y'all oop. But he's just not real good at it. So my phone was super dry all week.
Oh,
yeah, just when you play 2K,
yeah.
You throw the alley-oop, and they go and they jump and catch it, but then they come down.
Yeah.
And then they try to go up for a layup, and they get blocked.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's how it is having a text conversation with Riley. So phone was super dry, this week.
Right.
And it's going to suck again next week for the first 2 days because I'm not going to party New Year's Eve because I got to go to work on the 1st.
Right.
She will still be there, but then on the 2nd she flies back, so she'll be in an airplane all day long.
Second day, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm just ready for these kids to go back to school.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part about this job is when the kids are at school.
I bet that's like normal parents. They're pretty worked up about it too. Like,
and
can't you just go back to school? Right?
And when you're the parent of 15 CPS kids, you're extra ready for them.
Get out of here.
I don't mind so much Riley being home from school.
Yeah.
He's not into stuff.
Right.
He's not causing trouble. He's not out and about, where I have to be like, man, I wonder what Riley's doing.
Right.
Man, I know what Riley's doing. No matter where I'm at, if I'm here or if I go to run errands and he stays here, I know where he's at.
Yeah.
Look over on that beanbag right there. That's where he's at.
That's where he's at
all times. Either watching TV, playing Madden or Fortnite, or watching YouTube videos on his phone.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's where he's at.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll go play basketball. He's going to be real mad at me when school starts up again and the video games are put up, and I'm going to make him go play basketball outside and do some more
outdoor
activities so that he just doesn't become this little lump on a log.
Yeah, right.
I don't want him to be that loser in my basement forever, drinking Mountain Dew and gaming all day long and
eating pizza pockets,
screaming upstairs for the meatloaf.
Right. Dad, the meatloaf. I need it now.
I cannot have him turn into that guy.
Yeah.
So outdoor activities. And I told him the other day, I said, you can earn. He goes, well, will I still be able to play video games on the weekend? I said, yes. It depends on how much you read during the week.
Ooh.
Like he has to earn his time now.
Yeah.
Oh, you read an hour? You get 2 minutes on the PlayStation.
1 hour of reading equates to 2 minutes.
You read for an hour? Cool. 2 minutes. And it starts as soon as I hear the beep.
Oh, it's on? Start the timer, bro. That's rough.
It's going to suck for this dude when school starts. He's going to be super bored on the weekends.
Yeah,
but I don't care.
Man, I can't read for nothing. I mean, I know how to read, but
the first part, the first part of that came out super wrong.
But if I start reading a book, like, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
At like minute 5, I'm out.
So in my adult life, I have made it through one entire book.
Yeah.
And I have made it almost through a second book. The first book that I read all the way through, surprisingly enough, was about the Dallas Cowboys. Is called Boys Will Be Boys. And it chronicled the Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer era Cowboys.
Oh, nice.
Just all the crazy stories about Michael Irvin and cocaine and how psychotic Charles Haley was and, all this other stuff. And it is a real good book. And then the second book I almost made through, which is going to be even more stupid, that I read a Dallas Cowboys book all the way through, was the Michael Vick biography. And it was good. I just stopped reading it. So I'm not much of a reader either.
Yeah.
I can read articles. I can read periodicals. I like reading Dear Abby.
What's that?
So people write in to this lady at the newspaper about problems in their life. It's an advice column.
Oh.
It's so dumb.
I bet.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
And then I also enjoyed reading. I would always steal the girls at school their 17 magazines and read the Trauma-Rama page.
Trauma-Rama.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Trauma-Rama.
Nice.
And it was all their horror stories about being a teen, I guess, like period stories and like weird stuff like that. It made me laugh.
Crack you up.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I would always ask the girls, is this real? Like, does this stuff
this happen?
Yeah, does this stuff actually happen? And they're like, yeah. So
that's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild. It's kind of funny.
Man, it's tough being a girl, I bet.
Oh, dude, I'm glad I'm a dude.
Yeah, me too.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad dudes don't have, number one, to have babies,
right,
and to have the monthly cycle.
Yeah. Because
here's the thing, man. When I get sick, I'm a huge baby.
The biggest.
Like, I get on Facebook and I know my mother is 700 to 800 miles away right now. I will still call her to come over and take care of me.
I need help.
I'm sick, mommy. That's what my mommy is in my phone is mommy.
Yeah.
And so I can only imagine if we are like that with a cold or a flu. We should be able to handle delivering babies, right?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Because having the flu is much worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, no, but for real, I would hate, I would hate that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I've never had a kidney stone.
Ooh.
But I heard it's comparable to dropping a baby out your stuff. Dude, I just feel like God knew what he was doing when he was creating the human body and specifying, what each body
can do
was going to do. Yeah. Okay, so dudes, they can do this. they'll be stronger.
Right.
But they won't be able to handle what I give these girls.
Yeah.
Wait till they see what I give these girls, So, yeah, man, I can't imagine even being a girl.
Oh, man.
Like sitting down and thinking, like, what would I do if I was a girl? What would my name be? I think my name would be Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Your name would probably still be Jazz.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be with 2 Z's.
Nice.
Those are Z's. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, Jaylee's pretty tough, man. When it comes to getting sick, she'll be sick, and you can't even tell. It's crazy.
See, Riley used to be like that. Riley would be sick, man. He'd have just the mucus all over his face, and man, he'd still want to play, run around in his diaper, whatever. Now, when Riley gets sick, and she'll grow out of it. Now, when he's sick. Like he pouts around, and he mopes, and he doesn't want to move. And I thought he was getting like that today. And he was just he was laying on the couch or whatever, just not moving. He wasn't playing video games. He was just watching TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And, it was just like, oh, man.
Saw it coming.
Oh, man. But I told them at work today, and I told them, I said, I secretly think I had the flu. Secretly. I don't think I knew I had it.
Yeah.
My throat hurt a little bit. Actually, my throat hurt a lot, and I coughed. And I think I had the flu, but it didn't knock me on my butt like it usually does. Like I had to work.
Right.
So I had to work through it. So that was weird because I knew they wouldn't let me go home.
Yeah.
You know, even if I had the flu, no, you can't go home. You're at work.
Right.
Dude. So, I don't know. I hate getting the flu.
Oh, man, the last time I got sick, I'm assuming it was the flu. It was last year during Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to die, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to throw up.
Oh.
Like, I literally can't.
So you dry heave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just there, like...
I would much rather puke my guts out for 24 hours than dry heave for 30 seconds. I hate dry heaving.
Yeah, it sucks.
You know? And I do it a lot at work because those kids are gross.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of thing. And it's just nasty. But, yeah, I'd much rather do that. Mm-hmm. I'd much rather puke with actual stuff coming out of my mouth and nose.
Because I felt like I was gonna throw up for like, you know how you get the feeling like, oh man, I'm about to throw up.
Oh yeah.
I felt like that for like 5 days straight.
Yeah.
And I lived in the restroom for like 5 days. Nothing.
No puking at all.
Not a single. And I was like, man, I gotta get this over with. Like fingers down the throat. Like,
yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, the reason I prefer to throw up over dry heaving, nothing's happening, and it's gonna keep going. There's nothing happening with your body to make you feel better.
Right.
Man, once you throw up, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm ready to brush my teeth and gizzo.
Let's get the day started.
Yeah, let's go. I feel better now. But then it's like 3 or 4 hours later, you're like,
yeah,
like you're sick again. Man, I don't know, man. The human body it's complex and weird, yeah.
For sure.
So, but anyways, man, we're about out of time. It's the weekend. I know you got things to do.
Like these outdoor activities.
Yeah, I got outdoor activities. But anyways, y'all go check out Top of the Dude Chain. They've been putting out episodes like crazy, unlike us.
Yeah.
You know, we've been slacking. We're gonna hit the new year running though, dude. Like we're gonna do some things.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so y'all go check them out. They've been funny past couple of weeks. And Average Joe's Media, things you think you don't care about. Josh and Joey have been cracking me up lately too. We need to get back on there. So be ready because our brackets are starting to come to fruition.
Yeah.
And I know that all 4 of us goofed on one. And that was the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it was.
So you put them in the Super Bowl, yes?
I did.
Okay, so that's good because Joey did too.
Right.
So y'all cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So basically it comes down to my bracket or Josh's bracket on whether we got to go back up there or they got to come down here.
Count on you, man.
Hey, but either way, it's going to be a good time. I love recording with those guys. So y'all go check them out. And while you're waiting for us to drop more episodes. But until then, we'll catch y'all later.
Yep.
Ooh-wee.